Retrospection Radio presents
Prison. One day you're a politician dealing with foreign affairs, deciding who we should go to war with, if we even should go to war. Next day you're thrown in prison for speaking treason. At least I got out safely. Guard told me about a month later that the president, Galahad Eris, executed my fellow parliamentary members. I guess I should explain myself a bit. I live in the empire of Intelland, a great place where the rich and intelligent can afford an education. If you don't have the money, you don't have the education. It may sound cruel, but I wouldn't have it any other way. With so many going off to war, there's no need to educate them. Then they'd be afraid to fight for us. The common man, according to my old party, the traditionalists, is a blissful human, believing in a hard day's work and providing for his family. But according to them, we can't have it any other way. The nobleman must speak for society, must trudge through the treacherous politics, as people like us are more adept at it. The common man could never run the country, could never do what we do, simply because this great city, this great empire, would collapse into chaos if he did. He would give freedom, rights, money, and education to those he believed to need it. He would let his sons and daughters begin to think. No, we must save him from that burden. We must survive the politics ourselves for the common man, so that he may live in his blissful ignorance of the outside world. Eat, sleep, live. At least that's what my old party believed in. Then I joined a new one that believed in the people, in education, work, and, most importantly, peace. This party became the party of terrorists. Both the traditionalists and the progressives saw this as backwards and detrimental to society. Our party was smeared with fake terrorist threats made to look like we were against the common man. Yet somehow, the common man saw through their lies, at least long enough to realize that people like me are here to help. But then, everything changed. The parties, the politics, and the people. It was all normal, as it had been for centuries. But then the son of the current president, Arthur Eris, began gaining power. And the son became wildly popular. He ran on the premise that this war would end without a treaty. Now the son, known as Galahad Eris, has become president, overthrown the government, and declared himself president for life. His father, Arthur, had hopes for this great empire. He believed we could finally come to peace with the city-state across the sea, the Eternal City. Intelland and the Eternal City have been fighting for longer than the planet has been making rotations. For once, there was a hope of peace. Then, there wasn't. I must admit, though, I'd always had my doubts about Galahad. An old man had placed those doubts in my head. He was a lonely fellow. He had lost his family. His wife in childbirth, his son an hour later. I met him in a park one time, as I decided to walk with the common folk. And I'm glad I did. At the time, I was still a traditionalist, and the old man spoke to me as I passed a bench, stopping me in my stroll. "Galahad means pure," he had said. "There's nothing pure about that man." I stopped in my tracks and turned to him, glaring and shocked. This man had spoken to me in the first place. I should have had him arrested right there. A commoner speaking to a nobleman without permission, and speaking against the president's son. Disgraceful. But as I've already said, something was odd that day. I decided to listen to the man. He spewed hatred about the government and politics, as if he knew anything about what the elite go through. The next day I found him in the same place. Once again, he stopped me and spoke to me, raging about the world he lived in. This continued on and on for some time. In time, he made me think about my position, about how I might impact the common man from my decisions. He also made me worry about turning out like him. Bitter, alone, sitting on a park bench awaiting death. Each day he spoke ill of the city, of Galahad, and expressed his worries about the sun taking over and destroying his father's work. I'd become used to him. In fact, I grew to enjoy his company. Then one day, he was gone. The next day he was gone again. So I continued walking among the commoners. Now I'm here. Arthur rebuilt bridges long since burned and forgotten. Galahad is afraid of the future, afraid of opportunity, or perhaps scared of the outcome. No matter what, we're just like we've always been, just like the old man was speaking of. A dilapidated dystopia with delusions of grandeur, thinking we can defeat an opponent in battle, which neither they nor us have made headway in for centuries. Night sky, ever shining with purity and righteousness. You know the injustice done by this leader. You've seen the life he's taken and the people he will hurt. Mark what has happened to me and to these people. I beg you, let those incapable of leading be destroyed. Recognize the pain and agony of generations, and bring this war to an end. Let the scales of fate measure out a way to defeat him. Hear my plea. Let me be redeemed. Let my people be safe from onslaught. Hearken me, stars. What? What is that?
It's coming right for me! Help! Help, guard! Somebody please help! Get me out of here! I'll be crushed! Help!
I'm alive? I was crushed. How am I alive? The prison is gone. I'm in a crater. How did I survive? Why does my head... Well, my head hurts because a shooting star just landed on top of me. Everything aches. Stars, have you heard me? Oh, great George, it's Ghost. I better see if I can get up. I feel different somehow. Besides the fatigue and pain, I feel something else, in a deeper sense, as if the world has changed. No, not the world. Me. Something about me is different. As if I could lift up my hand and just... I'm lifting a rock! But how? I'm not touching it. This should be impossible. There's no way this should be able to... Great George's Ghost! I must be dreaming. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I'm dead. The star killed me. Now I'm in some sort of heaven. I've got to get out of here. I got to get back to Intelland.
Welcome to Intelland. Finally, our brilliant leader, President Eris, has come up with a dashing way to stop the Eternal City and end the war. No more backwards talks of peace treaties. Instead, you, your wife, and your children can now look forward to Omega, the end of conflict. The president has sat down with his advisors and has thought of a way to destroy our enemies once and
Omega.
for all.
Whatever it is, it can't be good.
Citizen, you have been placed under the terrorist watch list. Please remain calm and subject yourself to arrest.
Terrorist watch list? Brilliant. Let's see if I can move this droid like I did the rock back in the crater.
Cease.
That worked surprisingly well.
He did anchor.
Oh, good. More.
Now have attacked a peacekeeping droid.
I've survived politicians. Trust me, I can survive droids. Here's to hoping I can figure out a bit more about my powers. If I can move things without touching them, can I do other things? Ow! No time for that now, I guess. I can use the last droid's remains and thrust them into these droids. Take this!
Cease.
And this!
Cease.
And this!
Cease.
Oh boy, I'm starting to feel tired. I can't keep this up.
He did anchor. You have been placed under the terrorist watch list and now have
I've got to get out of here.
droids.
But where is there to go?
Eradicated. He did anchor. You have been deactivated.
What?
Turn to the right. Walk down the street. Turn left at the traffic light. Continue down the street until the first alleyway. Turn down the first alleyway. Take the second right and enter the building.
I understand. But who are you? Are you trying to help me?
Just do as I say.
Turn right, walk down the street, turn left at the light, continue down the street until the first alleyway. Okay, take the second right and enter the building. Turn right, walk down the street, turn left at the light, continue down the street until the first alleyway. Okay, take the second right and enter the building. President Eris! Why are you here?
First off, I believe congratulations are in order for your recent... what do we call it? Parole.
Parole? Did you have anything to do with it?
Oh no. It was blind fate that a shooting star landed on you and gave you powers.
What do you want? Who was in my head?
Hearing voices? That can be good. A little young for that, aren't we? Oh, I just wanted to show you something. See, I know you're gonna try and stop Omega. I want to explain my plan to you. After all, I respect your opinion.
I don't know what Omega is, but it can't be allowed to happen. I don't know who was leading me here, but if stopping you protects the people, then I'll do it.
Let bygones be bygones. You see, I have the perfect plan thanks to the help of my advisor. Marshall, pal, can you do something for me? Just watch the exit. You've already seen what Mr. Vance can do, but have you heard what I can do?
You're special, but so are we.
You're telepathic?
How do you think I get everyone to agree with me all the time?
And why did you kill Parliament? Why did you have me thrown in jail?
I'm the city's savior. I'm the one who stops this eternal war with the Eternal City. I am a hero, but every hero needs a villain, and you're perfect. We both have the love and backing of the people. We both have Intelland's best interests in mind, and we both have seen the pain that the Eternal City can cause us, and this great empire. You're just like me. That's why you've got to be the villain. It's a classic story. The hero and the villain, both are similar, yet one uses his powers for good, and the other for evil.
So what are you going to do?
I believe the question is, what are we going to do? You see, this whole time we've been talking, we've been standing on a teleporter. The second this thing goes off, we'll be teleported to a launch in the middle of the city, where you and I will duke it out in front of every citizen there is. You will be trying to launch a rocket capable of obliterating an entire city off the face of this planet. I'll be trying to stop you because, after all, I don't want to waste lives. You see, since you're already a criminal, the people will believe whatever I tell them to believe. You're going to look like a bad guy throughout all of this, but no matter what, Omega's going to launch. I will bring about the end of conflict. All you have to do is fight me, and we'll make up the story from there as to how you'll be the bad guy. I can promise you money, women, houses, land, whatever you want. Just play along.
No! I can't let you do this! You're going to kill people! You're going to vaporize families! I won't let it happen!
Yeah, you see, this is where the problem is. I'm the good guy. You can't say stuff like this when we're on TV, okay? Great. Glad you're gonna play along.
I'm not. I won't.
See, you're playing along whether you like it or not, so just, have fun. go, here we go. Remember, you're the bad guy.
People of Intelland, we've just received word that our dashing President Eris has intercepted the terrorist known as Eden Anchor and is attempting to stop him from launching the corrupted Omega device. Our president will have to stop him from launching the corrupted device, or else all is lost. Best of luck to him.
Okay, now remember what I said. People of Intelland, I, the beloved president, have uncovered a dastardly plot to sabotage Project Omega. I, your dashing, daring, and caring president for life shall...
He's lying to you, citizens!
You're supposed to let me finish monologuing, then let me get all the punches. Nowhere in the script where you're supposed to actually hit me that hard. And hurt.
Galahad, you're corrupt. I will crush you!
Quite literally, apparently. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Don't throw stuff like that at me. Okay, I get it now. You don't want to play fair. That's fine.
Considering I can kill you run, it doesn't really matter if you have free will or not. You'll do that one anyways.
I am going to kill you all!
But you see, I will win. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
Ah!
Ooh, nice punch. Unfortunately, villain, you missed. I'm too talented to be hit by someone like you. Oh no. Villain, tell me how to defuse this.
Can't defuse it. It's impossible.
You can't defuse it. It's impossible.
I shall try. Let's see. This button does this, and this button does this. Then this should do this. Drat, what have you done, Anchor?
Our dashing president failed to stop the villain from launching the corrupted Omega device. The villain switched the rocket from shooting out peace particles to make them want to surrender to vaporizing the entire city. In other news, the war with the Eternal City is now over.
Alright, cameras off.
Murderer. I can't believe it. It's finally over.
Marshall, would you kindly fetch Bellua and Tara if you don't mind?
You murderer. You genocidal, big-headed, baby-killing, family-ripping villain!
No. Don't you understand what I've done? I've won! I've done what it has taken generations to do. You politicians have sat in office and debated about the next steps while I took them. Me, Galahad Eris. I have single-handedly ended war.
You just killed millions of people!
They have too. And so have we. This war has killed billions since it began. And now I've taken the last 3 million and will never have to lose life to war again. I am peace. I am president.
It's not the way to do it. Violence begets violence.
It certainly does. That's why whenever we launched a military operation, they launched another. Both sides would lose soldiers, true, honest men. I stopped that from happening again. People like Marshall can finally grow up with their fathers and brothers. People like Bellua can stop living in the street because their mother has sold herself. Her father has died, and her brother has died.
I can't believe...
You were the party of the people. The New Age party. Yet you were blind to the truth. The truth is that Intelland isn't perfect. Intelland is hurt. It's bleeding. And I'm stitching the wound.
Well done, President Eris.
Thanks, son. Did my best.
You killed all those people.
Oh, we're gonna go through this again? Yes, I did. And I would do it again. I did it to save everyone. And to save people like you and Bellua. I did it so...
Killed so many women that needed help.
There are women that need help here. My focus is on them.
No. Your focus is on you. And Marshall. And Bellua. It always has been. That's why you murdered your own father.
Sweetheart, I'm here to help all things of Intelland. Man, woman, dog, cat, dead rat. I don't...
Stop.
Shield your eyes.
Talking!
Oh, man.
Now's my time to go.
Remind me again why I taught her how to control her powers. Or why I gave her that device that kind of lets her see.
Because you care for your people.
Right. So once my eyes adjust, we'll just go ahead and... Okay. I'm just gonna take my next steps. I'll find a different time. Eden, you still there? Great, he's gone too. That's fine. I can work with that. Man, my eyes will never adjust to the light again.